Everybody, how's it going? My name is Crazy Kaylee. Welcome to Season 2 of the Spy Party Competitive League, here with you with some Week 1 action. We'll go ahead and get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. You have new casters this year on SCL. Let me introduce you all to Taboshi, who, you might be familiar with Taboshi. You might also be familiar with Teeter. You might also be familiar with Elvis Snake. So without any further ado, go ahead and take it away, lads. Except Taboshi is quiet again.
Uh-oh. Quiet, Tobo.
Yeah.
I cannot hear you.
It really wouldn't be an SCL stream without some manner of technical difficulty. Teeter, can you confirm that you're on mic?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
All
you
right.
are.
Right, we did it. We're back.
All right. It looks like
Season 2.
cameraman. Oh, okay. So yeah, there was some scheduling mix-up for Scallion's cameraman. So they're going to do that later. It looks like. So let's go ahead and we'll start with the next one up, which is I believe this one. Yes. Papers versus Steph is up next.
Awesome.
We'll go ahead and get to it. Go ahead, lads. I'm on mute. Good luck.
All right. This is going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Like, I don't know how either of these players are going to perform, really. I don't think I've ever seen either of them play before.
Yeah, I've played with Steph a fair bit, but she's mostly played with my wife Evil Snake in their practice for a Challenger division. But this is going to be a fun match, I think.
It is indeed. And it looks like, just to confirm, we're all on the same page here, starting things off on balcony A23 with Steph on the spy.
That's correct.
All right. Sounds like a plan. So without any further ado, for those of you who don't know, I believe it's more or less the same format as it was last season. So it's going to be 4 maps, 1 spy side and 1 sniper side on each. And that's just how it's going to be. It doesn't really matter how the score winds up. We're going to play it out in either way, I believe, just for like points in the season. So yeah, let's get this thing started. Without any further ado, Steph on the spy side, Papers on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All the cast immediately low lit.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I think this is the thing where you use highlights and lowlights to count talks.
Oh yes, Red Flad's talking and he picks up a neutral light. That could be it.
Yeah, that looks like exactly what's happening. This is something I don't actually have much experience with watching.
Yeah, I like that. We can learn new things even from people in Challenger.
Yeah, I think I actually probably have to try this out. I know there are people who will highlight just anyone who talks in the first little bit of the game and then narrow down their suspects later. But this sort of thing gives you an extra.
When Steph got that flirt there, Papers actually neutral lit him up from low light and then changed his mind.
Yeah, that's strange.
I guess something about the timing of the talk made it seem innocent to him. Or to them.
That said, Selection Target was very friendly walking up to us at the window, so we're now at 83% on that. Oh, but the BD comes off at a bad time.
It looks like it started real and just... That was a green banana bread,
it definitely
too.
started real, just the double agent bailed at exactly the wrong moment.
Yeah,
on the plus side, the flirt is done, and we're still low lit.
Yeah.
Banana bread.
So we can get off another banana bread without dying. We'll probably win.
Yeah, although
and
we are
that's exactly
talking
what
for
happened.
this one.
All right, well, that puts us off to a nice quick 1-0 lead.
Absolutely. Steph flying way under the radar in that game, although balcony is a little bit tricky as far as whether or not you get found. So we'll see what happens with Papers on the spy side. This time it's going to be Steph, on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Uh-oh.
This is
That's not good.
yeah. And he's staying. Okay.
I think I
I'm
saw a
not
bug
really
before.
sure how to deal with this.
Yeah, there was a bug report posted about this, but I think the fact that he's not dead right now means that maybe she didn't notice. But
I think she definitely noticed, but I think she's just confused.
that is, yeah.
Like, you see that, you don't ever really see that, so how do you know if that's like a spy thing or just a weird AI glitch, you know?
That's true. Well, it looked like the game just didn't register him as being on a pad. BB does come off on the white test there, so that's done. Oh, there's bullets.
Oh, and there's the shot.
Yep. So Steph taking a quick 2-0 lead coming off of the balcony. So Papers has a little bit of ground to make up, it looks like. I honestly, I don't think there was too much to say about that one. It's just some weirdness with the AI causing some unfortunateness.
Yeah.
So after that, let's jump on ahead. Steph on the spy once more, this time in crowded pub, any 4 of 7. This is quite a difference from balcony, but we'll see how they deal with this in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we are the bling twin and not the plain twin.
Good thing we're staying AI controlled at the start here.
Yeah, that would have been hard to navigate. It was hard for the AI to navigate, in fact.
Yeah, but at least when you're AI controlled, you get some really nice looking bouncing. Very slow start here from Steph, interestingly enough.
Yeah, first 30 seconds and nothing's happened yet. Usually you maybe see someone go for an early flirt at this time if they aren't interested in rushing hard tells.
It looks like we're going to start with inspect instead.
Not a bad choice going early on here. Sometimes it'll almost always get you that highlight, but it is a mission. And sometimes when you get a slow start, you just need a little bit of progress. When Steph went to the front of the bar at the start there, I thought maybe she was going to go for a time ad, but she opted not to.
Yeah, it potentially would have been good. Sometimes people just don't think to look for time ads, especially that early on in the game. Although it wasn't the best position for it because she was in clear view out the windows.
Looks like we're chasing the seduction target, but then she changes her mind and goes back to the statue.
That is an unusual decision. It's a great time for a swap, actually, because it's such an awkward moment. Usually, you don't see stuff like that with a minute and 45 left in the game. But
and she goes up next to her, but seduction target doesn't care and fails.
It's possible that Steph was trying to lose heat in some way because there'd be almost no reason for a spy to return to statues like that. But it's hard to tell how much credit Papers gave her for that.
Interesting to note, Papers actually has both twins highlight.
Yeah, that can always be tricky.
That was a very unusual path into the CC there. And the seduction target, the double agent fails as well. That's rough.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
He is, however, able to get the delegate off to Mrs. White, so that's something at least.
The one thing Steph really has going for her right now is that Papers has quite a few highlights. So it doesn't look like she's going to be able to finish missions at this point unless she really just starts rushing as much as she can, or if she gets in a time ad.
Purloin comes off and Seduce is half done.
Even then, it's going to be really tough to get things finished.
30
Even
seconds.
just finishing the Seduce is going to be tough, especially since she's staying in this conversation. she needs to go do something else like right now.
All right. It looked like the bug attempt doesn't quite come off, and that was the plan. It was the bug into the swap, and it doesn't look like it's gonna happen because the bug missed, and the shot comes off anyways.
Sad day if your name is Steph, as we're at 2-1 now. She's still up though.
Still up. Paper getting a much needed win off of that. And things like Steph didn't play that badly by any means. Just sometimes the party just does not line up the way you need it to. All right. You guys ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Well, then, in that case, let's jump into the next one in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Papers starting things off at the window. Might go for a time ad. Opts not to.
If you're going to go for a time ad, that's the spot.
Absolutely. Once again, seduction target not being friendly.
Although you could have predicted that because they had just taken a drink.
It looks like Papers is going to have a little bit of a wait here to get this drink. Usually you want to grab and go as fast as you can, but sometimes it doesn't quite work out like that.
Yeah, it can be potentially suspicious to demand. And there's always a trade-off of waiting in a long line for drinks of, on one hand, you're wasting a lot of time, but on the other hand, that's a lot of AIs with drinks that are going to potentially dilute the sniper's attention when it comes to tracking Purloin.
Very true.
Good awareness from Papers here, entering the same conversation that the other lady who had just grabbed a drink had just entered as well. So it gives a second possibility for who could have sent off the Purloin there.
It looks like he got stuck on his way to that conversation circle, but it wasn't seen. He's recovered nicely.
Purloin comes off. Steph, it's in her view now, although it's not, we can't quite tell if she's actually seen it yet. No highlights or lowlights have come off yet.
Yeah, it looks like that Purloin was really clean. Also coming in for the flirt, 67%, which is close enough for the 3 flirt. But not a whole lot else done at this point with 1 minute and 30 left to play.
Yeah, Papers, even though they've got that Purloin off relatively clean, they've still got a lot to do if they want to actually finish in time here. Although there they are going and getting things done. And then they leave. Okay.
He had a drink in his hand. He wanted the bug, but he couldn't get it.
Yeah, looks like that's what it was.
I would have liked to see him wait for the ambassador to leave and then pick up the statue there.
Yeah, that would have been, I think that would have been a good play. I think he was just worried about waiting there too long.
Now, if Papers can get lucky with where the double agent
was.
Oh, that was a nice bug.
That was so
good.
nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah, in this case, they don't even have to worry about the double agent, just finish up third.
That was a really nice finish from Papers there. That was the nicest bug I've seen in some time.
Yeah, that was great.
And that will tie things up for us at 2 here. It's going to be Ballroom next, any 4 of 7. So same mission setup, although there are some bookcases available. And it's a slightly smaller map to play with, so we'll see if Papers is able to maintain his streak here. He has a little bit of momentum behind him. Let's see if Steph can shut it down on the spy side, though. That would be pretty big. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
For a minute there, it looked like the AI was going to take her to statues, but just sets her down in a innocent conversation instead.
Looks
If we're
like
lucky,
Steph.
the ST.
Looks like Steph has a tendency to wait a little bit and get her bearings before she sets off to do her missions in this game.
I think generally speaking, that's an okay habit, although trying to seek out the selection target kind of gives you the time to get your bearings without having to do anything to...
Yeah, it's a nice soft tell, and it's nice to get the time-consuming mission begun as quickly as possible.
Exactly. And it's not really something that you're going to get any heat on you for unless the sniper is really paying attention to that sort of thing.
2 flirts in and we're only at 57%. It's gonna need to be a fairly close green if we're gonna 3 flirt this, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, although at least it means that she won't have to be at minimum distance for the 4th flirt if she doesn't end up greening the 3rd.
Always a silver lining as we step into the green bookcase here. Possibly gonna go for some microfilm is turned off. Never mind.
Yeah, given that microfilm is off, I guess this is just another attempt to lose some heat or something. But she doesn't really have any heat on her in the first place, and I'm not sure how much credit she's really going to get for this.
Yeah.
You can never really tell when you're on the spy side. Sometimes, even though it feels like you have heat, you really don't.
Yeah, she hasn't really done anything to merit yet. Just gone to...
Oh, but the white purloin comes off.
That might be a shot
does.
right there, but Papers is being patient enough to take his time on it.
She gets a highlight, but it looks like he might suspect a green.
Yeah. I guess
And it's
wisely hanging on to
91%, not hitting the green he needed.
Yeah. 1 minute left, though. She's going to have to find something to do other than inspect and seduce. And yeah, okay, she's going to statues right now. I was going to say, oh,
That
not
looked
going-
like a
Not.
definite bug path, but she didn't take it. And the shot comes off anyway. I think Papers may have hallucinated a bug there.
It was a reasonable hallucination, because that was a decent timed bug.
Absolutely. It looked exactly like a bug, except that the arm didn't do anything.
And especially if they're one of your highest purloin suspects, you're not going to take the risk that, oh, it looks like they didn't bug there. Like if that was a bug path.
And
It's better
Steph,
safe than sorry in a lot of ways.
stepping into the next one in Ballroom here, this is a game that Steph really needs because Papers run 3 in a row now. He's got some momentum behind him, but he's on the spy side on this one. So Steph, this is a good chance for her to pick up a game, and she really needs to shut down Papers' momentum, especially heading into the last map. Let's see if she can do it. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So we're the
Steph
plane
is
swim this time.
Yep. Steph starting out, it looks like looking out for rushes for purloin and bug and such things. Zooming in a bit more than I'd like, but it's not the worst.
Interestingly, Papers taking an innocent drink right off the beginning there.
I mean, as inconvenient as it can be to take a drink sometimes, you have to do it sometimes, or else the sniper can start lowballing for innocent drink takes.
Yeah. Oh, nice green banana bread. Get a decent number of lowlights from it, though.
Oh, Seduction Target actually decides to be friendly for once. Not able to hit the green on it, but a good solid 34 for free is always a nice thing. Does find a highlight, though, interestingly enough.
Yeah, that's strange. I mean, I guess Steph possibly was not impressed with the timing of that talk. I don't know, I can't really think of anything.
Yeah. Maybe it was just behavioral. I don't know.
Hard to say as we step into statues here. Not going for center, so we are going to have to head back later on, but we are going to get a fingerprint off of this as well.
Yeah, and there's a fingerprint waiting for us at the blue bookshelf, right next to us if we want to take that, although there's something to be said for avoiding getting both of them done in quick succession, because that can attract even more attention.
Not quick enough to flirt, yeah.
Might go for the briefcase here, but I don't think it's going to be an easy test either way. Oh, it was such a nice bug, but not quite close enough. That's brutal.
It may have been closeness. It may also have been just timing. I feel like maybe that was started a little bit too late.
Yeah. Gets the green time ad off at the window, though, so he's going to buy himself a little bit of extra time with that.
Yeah,
White Purloin, though, can always spell death for even the most experienced of spies. Doesn't look like Steph has seen it yet, though.
And the gulp comes off, so if Steph is not on top of this, they are now relatively behind.
We're up to 66% on the flirt now, making good progress. But we only have, minute 16.
Papers.
Yeah, but we've got options now.
Absolutely. Papers is playing things slow, but he's got so much mission progress that he's actually in quite a good position here, I think.
Yeah, if I were Papers, I would try to get the fingerprint, because that's going to likely give yourself less heat than finishing inspects. But you always have that inspect to fall back on if the ambassador isn't being cooperative.
And there might still be a fingerprint. Oh, no, Sick had that statue. Never mind.
Well, it looks like we are going for the final inspect. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, it kind of looks
And the
like...
shot comes off. Steph is able to find it, and that's going to tie things up going into the final map.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Steph. I don't know exactly when she realized the purloin happened, but I think it's clear that at some point she did, and she realized she was behind. And, you know, someone...
Yeah, she knew there was a good chance that someone could be
statues at
done.
30 seconds. Yeah, exactly. And if someone's going to statues at 30 seconds, finishing up their inspects, like, especially if you're behind, the chance that could be the spy.
I think Steph played that incredibly well. That is a very difficult shot to take, even knowing you're behind. But honestly, it was just having seen the purloin, she reacted to it very well. Rather than overreacting and trying to get a bunch of lowlights, she just knew that she missed it and played more aggressively from then on in, and was able to take actually, to be honest, a pretty low percentage shot that wound up working out for her. Sometimes even a low percentage shot is the best you're going to get.
Yeah, because it's better than the percent chance that the spy is just going to not finish missions at that point, generally speaking.
And that said, we're all tied up. Steph on the spy side, going into high rise. Any 4 of 7. This is a bit of a difficult game type for the spy because of how few people are in this map. Let's see what you can make of it. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So with fingerprint off, Steph has to do at least one hard tell in order to win this game. Or at least in order to win this game by completing missions.
We're going to get 23% on the flirt to start off. Not the number you want to see.
Definitely not. Sometimes you take what you can get, though.
Very true.
Another fairly slow start from Steph. Actually, staying in this conversation longer than she normally would have by taking a drink there. And stepping back in the conversation, again, a little bit of a distance from the ST.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice of positioning. Especially since you don't even get the credit for, like, being in conversation away from anyone, because she just ended up being close to Rocker instead of close to Alice.
Well, the white test wound us up with 51% on the flirt, which is a number that people are definitely used to seeing, just not quite in this manner.
Low lit momentarily, but brought back up.
It's getting to the point where she's a little bit behind now, not irreversibly so, but with only 2 minutes left and only progress on flirt.
But it is going to be center statues. That's going to be a highlight, but it's also going to be a mission.
Yeah, an entire mission too, which is what she needs right now.
Oh,
Only
doesn't
goes
get
for
the third
specs. Guess she doesn't want a 3-cycle. Wise, but now she's farther behind than she otherwise would have been.
Yeah, it's hard
Honestly,
to tell.
at that
Papers
point,
was
I
watching
think
for that.
I think it might be a good idea to risk it on the third one and hope to get a green. Another
Yeah.
white test. Steph just not hitting the action tests she needs. Now it's only at 85% on the flirt. No mission completions with a minute and 15 left to play. This is going to be really hard. But the shot comes off!
Oh boy.
Oh man, Steph on the sniper roll coming up here with a chance to win it. This is not the situation Papers wanted to find himself in. I don't know what happened there.
I'm gonna look at what exactly the twin did to earn this. It looks like they were marked suspicious after going to books. They did visit both bookcases, so it's possible it was just a matter of being paranoid about missing a transfer animation.
I think it was a bug hallucination. Look at his path right at the end here around the ambassador.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I think that's what did it. And that, unfortunately, is going to put Papers behind a game going into the finale here. Steph has a chance to come away with a win on this one. Let's see if she can pull it off in the last game of this set. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Playing for life on the spy side of things is never the situation you want to be in.
There's no talker. There's no talker. No one's talking. Guys, no one's talking. Oh, there we go. Someone's talking. It's
so hard to catch no talkers on the new art because everyone has different idle animations and some of them look actually kind of like they're talking.
And some people, when they're from behind, you can't see if they're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also not something I would really expect players to look for at this level, but it's also hard to tell because a lot of these newer players, especially I think both of these players definitely watch SpyParty streamers such as Kaylee. Not that Kaylee is super into watching for this sort of thing either, but they could know those sort of trivia that normal new players don't really know about at all.
So we do have the highlight coming off of the banana bread. We do have 76% off the flirt. Looks like we're waiting on a timer flirt to get the rest of it done.
Yeah, interestingly, the highlight came a while before the banana bread, I believe, and it was highlighting both Papers and Taff. So it was possible there was some sort of conversation etiquette thing being picked up on, if not the no talking, then possibly the fact that both of them were talking at once, and therefore the idea that someone had interrupted.
Could be.
Not able to hit the timer flirt, so he is stepping into the statues here for a pair of inspects. Lots of mission progress getting done. Still a minute and 30 left to play, so lots of time on the clock. I don't think Papers is going to be able to take another statue visit without taking a bullet as well, though.
Yeah,
that
and
could
on
be
top
difficult.
of that, they've pretty much got to get a hardtail done at this point too. I don't think they have time for fingerprint, and so the question is, swap is off the table. swap at the end. Potentially.
It looks like we're going to do a green
that
purloin. Looks like green purloin's what we're going to do.
It's a
let's see if
risky
Steph is
play,
on
but it
top of
may
it.
well work out.
She does seem
that
to
was
be
a white
watching the
test.
purloin.
If that was a white test, it would have spelt death, but because it was green, it looks like it's going to come off fairly clean. And is it going to be microfilm? That would be such a bold move.
I don't know why they're dealing with this book at that point. Maybe they hoped that being seen with a book close to when the purloin came off would make them less suspicious for that.
Not taking a bullet for the second visit, I think that's going to be the game.
Yeah, I think it might be a tie here.
Steph, not quite willing to take the shot for the second statue visit, and Papers is able to find the draw in the final game I'll spy.
Not bad.
That was a pretty darn good set.
Yeah, I would agree. So, is cameraman here yet? I don't see him in the lobby. Okay.
Elvis Snake versus Ferret, I believe.
All right, well, I'm going to step out for this one then. I would rather watch than comment on myself.
Fair enough.
I will see you all on the other side.
All right.
Because I will step in briefly as a caster in that case. Since I need to anyway later on. We will get things going on here as soon as I can fix the stream, because it is broken. Don't worry, it's not. This one's not RJ Wett's fault. It's my fault. That's why the splash screen is up, because everything's really ugly right now. And we are almost ready, I think. And let's see, about 10 seconds here. Okay, it's been 10 seconds, but I need just like 3 more seconds. And there it is. Okay, so now we should be good. Yes, we are good. And Elvis, if you're still there, can you turn your webcam back on? But just turn it on and mute yourself, and then that should work.
Damn it, Skype. Thank you, Elvis.
Thanks, sir. Much appreciated. Yeah, because yours is linked to Toboshi's, and so it messes it up when stuff doesn't go down correctly. All right. Except let's change the name card, because my name's Crazy Kaylee. And with that, we are ready to go on Mr. Ferret versus Elvis Snake.
All right. Starting things off on Panop. This is always a fun map to play as well as watch, because since the sniper can only see about a third of the map at a time, the spy can pull some shenanigans.
They can indeed, and I would expect these two players to be able to do just that. So I think this is going to be a really interesting match, not only because of the styles of these two players, but also because of sort of the weird relationship that these two players have. They don't have a particular relationship, but Ferret, just to talk SCL history, last season ran the table.
Yeah.
There. Are we happy with my tie now? He did. He went 9-0-0. He won all his matches, and he stormed up the leaderboard. Elvis tried very hard to escape from being placed in Fearful Ferret's division this year. He really, really didn't want to play against Ferret, and who would, I guess. So we will see what happens later on, but I think this will be an interesting match, because Ferret is up against a little bit tougher competition this season than he was previously, starting with Elvis. So I'm going to be really interested to see what the result of this stream is, whether Ferret continues his run of domination or whether Elvis can slow him down. But yeah, I think we're ready to go. Tobo, whenever you're set.
Yeah, let's get this thing started. We've got Fearful Ferret starting things off on the Spiral, Elvis Snake on the Sniper side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Now, my tie got pulled off center while I was trying to fix stream, believe it or not. I moved, I was trying to fix stream, and I had to move my mic while I was doing it, and the tie got caught on it, and it was highly irregular. All right, so Ferret starts things off with a Statue Inspect, which is an interesting choice because it's going to eat a highlight immediately.
Definitely an unusual decision. Let's see how it turns out for him. Usually I don't like it when people do that because of the early highlight. I don't think this is any exception. And the seduction target's not being friendly either,
Yeah,
so
not
that's
good.
just unfortunate.
Good bug. That was a great opportunity for behind the back bug.
I'm glad he didn't, though, because the sniper was right there.
He was, but he was blocked by a column, and it was entirely possible that he wouldn't see it.
Let's get a fingerprint off the briefcase.
I think technically that briefcase was incorrect because he started moving, and I think he was in visual range of the Amba being at... Oh, that's... Ooh. Oh. Whoa.
I actually really like that. That was a cool path.
That was a cool path, but in the end I think it is technically a bad path because it's to a crowded spot and it's around an AI
That's
wouldn't
fine.
take.
Like, if you see that, you're not going to nitpick
Yeah,
whether or not it was correct.
I would agree with that. I don't think most snipers would see that and go like, oh, I need to increase their suspicion there.
Agreed. Yeah, I think that was a really sweet play from Ferret. Just didn't get any credit for it, unfortunately. Was able to get 34% on the flirt before his seduction target bailed on him, which is good.
Yep.
Well, this has been a bit of a slow game for him so far. 2 minutes and 15 left to play, and no mission completions as of yet.
Yeah, Ferret is known for, as far as spy play, sometimes having trouble finishing missions in time.
Green test
picks
flirt
up a little
at
bit
the
more on
window
flirt,
is going to
though.
be helpful.
That was a really risky flirt that he just did. There was an excellent chance that the ST was going to leave before he got there. A little bit behind that time curve
It
still,
was
though.
risky, but... Yep, BB is about to come off, I think, though. It's a good time for it. Lots of people in conversations.
Really pushing our luck here. DA could leave. Oh, ST coming back? No. No.
Yeah, we're taking a lot of time here that I don't think we can really afford. Opts not to go for the BB at all. I don't know about that.
So here the second statue risk is paying off because we are already highlit. Elvis will make note that that's the second visit. But a little less suspicious overall, I think, than he would have been had he gone to center statues at the same time.
Agreed.
So this is going to be
I would
fake
like to
BB,
see-
which is really questionable given how full the conversation is.
I think he's just going for a straight up, I don't think I can finish, so I have to try something.
It does buy
He
him
is
a little bit of
flirting,
insurance if he doesn't finish, but he should be trying to finish here.
Yeah.
He just needs one fingerprint and a quick hard tell, or a double agent for that matter. Not a great time to purloin. He's not as blocked
no,
as he
he's
thinks.
5, so he's going for the purloin, the fingerprint, and the bug, I think.
Yeah,
But
that was.
got taken out for the purloin. That was just too slow.
I don't think it was too slow. I just don't think purloin's the right choice there. I mean, the list was not obscured. The spy was standing behind the pillar, sort
Yeah.
of, but the list was absolutely not. I think DA fingerprint is the way to go there.
Well, then what's the third mission? You still need one more.
Yeah, you do, but I feel like you gotta at least do those two, maybe before you attempt your hard tell.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, that there was a briefcase lying on the floor there. DA was moving, so DA later, but we could have gotten DA done a lot earlier as well.
Yeah.
Overall, I really like how Farrah played that mission, played that round, getting the inspects the way he did. Seduce was done patiently. I mean, maybe Purloin's the right choice there, just not with that cover.
Yeah. I think the moment that game was lost was when he was standing in convo with the DA and opted not to actually contact him.
Yeah, he was behind a pillar. I think that would have been a great time to do it.
Agreed.
Yep.
Either way, let's get on to the next one. Ferret on the sniper this time around. Elvis Snake on the spy. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Time of Chaos bug? No. Amba moving in an opposite direction, that would have been pretty hard to do. Books.
It would have been hard.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been very dangerous, but it would have been hard.
One of the things you can do in situations like that is bump off the ambassador and do an immediate 360 to keep yourself in range of the bug. It often looks like a time of chaos bounce when you do that, and you can get away with it, but if the sniper's paying attention, you'll die, of course.
Yeah.
So
luckily, Seduction Target enters the bookcase we're at, and we're able to get a free 51% on the flirt.
Oh.
Good bug attempt!
Elvis, no. So the problem with that is he started moving opposite to the Amba, which he didn't need to do. Now, he could have done it behind the back bug there. It would have been
to hide the arm.
exactly. It would have been ultra obvious if he had done it behind the back bug there. But I think the way to play that, if you want to bug while moving, and to be fair to Elvis, he didn't have a lot of runway left to do this, but he should have started walking with the Amba as the Amba came by instead of walking against the Amba, because against the opposite direction bugs are really hard. They almost never take.
Yeah. I think it was just a spur of the moment thing where he saw the possibility and just decided to right click.
Yep.
Yeah, the one thing that could be said for it is at least it was not very visible.
No, it was well hidden. The great thing about opposite direction bugs too is that they're very tough to guard, because there's only a split second when the spy is right next to the Amba. And most snipers don't give... I, for instance, don't give credit to opposite direction bugs. I'm like, there's no way they could have bugged, because it was opposite direction it wouldn't have taken. This might take... Yeah, he's going to read, so excellent.
Yep. Actually, he got in there fast enough that even if he didn't read, it would have taken. You wanted to get it in convo, but Seduction Target wasn't having it, so he was able to get it anyway. Wrong arm bug coming into the conversation takes pretty nicely.
Yeah, that arm was sticking out a little bit, but it was sticking out at a good angle. That was a good bug.
Yeah.
Don't purloin here, though. Yep.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
There's just no reason to purloin, except to mix it up. There's no real reason on purloin to purloin in that kind of obvious position.
Agreed.
You want to try to hide the list, not the spy when you purloin. Done with flirt,
20
2 to
left.
go.
We've got 2 missions left to try to pick up. No inspects yet. No fingerprints yet.
Well, you know what I'm thinking in this situation, Tobo.
Inspect swap.
Of course I'm thinking inspect swap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's exactly what's
Here we
going to happen.
go.
Step into center statues here. The highlight does come off.
It's the perfect time for inspect swap too. We're not too close to the time limit.
Perfect
I'm
time
sure
for
there's
it,
looking
yes,
for it,
but
though.
not a great character for it.
No, it's really not a good character for it. Red test inspects. We want do the animation swapper. Oh no, don't do it while the
Oh, it
that's
was
not
right
how you
out
inspect
there.
swap, Elvis. That's not how you inspect swap. All right.
No.
So I think right idea, wrong execution. I think
Agreed.
the problem with this inspect swap is that we finished the swap while she was holding it out to the side. The swap should have been done after she finished the animation, bop, so that he could have done it, and then he could have waited a second. Then he could have put it down, and then just waited, and then bailed. And that's how you inspect swap on Panopticon.
Agreed. That being said, Fearful Ferret was obviously extremely suspicious
He was.
of just that happening.
He was.
So he very well might have been able to catch it either way.
That's very true.
And
But
potentially he could have shot for just staying at statues for so long.
indeed you could have. But that's the problem with inspect swap is you're like, would the AI stay? But then bam, you've lost.
Yeah.
In any case, doing it the usual way, quote unquote, would have been better than this, I think, because this was just we showed him the swap.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
The execution wasn't where it needed to be. So, I believe that ties us up, stepping into ballroom any 4 of 8. It's going to be Ferret on the spy side, Elf Snake on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Still under AI control for Ferret, interestingly enough.
Yeah, I wonder why. Just maybe time of chaos. Just don't want to do anything suspicious, but we're really committing to it at this point.
Well, he just took control. This is a very unusual start for Ferret.
Well, his seduction target is doing briefcase at this point, so can't go there like you might normally do.
This is a good opportunity to bug. No, he's just going to get the flirt.
I would have really liked to see that bug. That was been impossible to find.
It would have been
Especially
a very...
with Toby there.
Yeah, Toby was providing good cover. There was good cover in both conversations that provide relevant cover to that bug. The tricky thing would have been pathing to the green bookcase and getting the flirt after that, but you could have avoided doing that if you had wanted to. You could have just gone to the windows or whatever.
Pulls out the green book. Might be able to get some microfilm shenanigans off later on.
Yeah, although I think Elvis Snake is reasonably on top of that. Microfilm is much harder to sneak past a sniper in the gate and a map like Ballroom than, say, Panel.
1 low light, 2 low light, 3 low light, 4 low lights. That's a little bit unfortunate. Usually you want 3 or less on this map, but did get the BB off without any highlights at least.
Oh, the watch check saves us.
That was lucky. That was also the first successful flirt, actually, so you kind of needed that.
Again, we're
badly.
behind the curve. We are going to get microfilm done. If we don't die, that's really good. We got a hardtail done. We got DA done. 1 or 2 more, or 2 more flirts. And what else? I mean, we got to do a statue mission or another. I don't think fingerprints very plausible at this point.
Agreed.
Unless
If
we
he can
really
get a
luck
good
out.
opportunity for it, I would say Bug, honestly.
Yeah, Bug's always great on Ballroom.
Nice
Yeah.
green test up to 85%, so he's going to be able to play with the positioning on the last flirt a bit, which is always helpful, especially when you're trying to get it at the end.
Maybe it's Purloin. Are we going to Purloin?
I think we almost have to at this point.
Why are we staying in this conversation? Okay, there we go. We're waiting for
I think
the
we're just
timer.
waiting for
Yeah.
the flirt timer to cool down, and we did get that last flirt we needed. Only 45 seconds left to play, but also only 1 more mission needed. Might be able to get the bug on the way
I would
out.
want... Yes, yes. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
I was going to say, walk to where the ST ended up being and just stop. Don't do anything
Yeah.
in behind the back bug, because the Emba's probably going to path behind you, and he's just going to get shot for center stage.
On the shot
Yep.
on the statue.
Yep.
I think he could have got it if he'd gotten a nice bug there.
Maybe. That's a very strong shot by Elvis, because that is a, unless he saw the microfilm earlier, entirely behavioral shot. I wonder why Elvis took that shot, actually. I
Yeah,
kind of expected
that's a good
Ferret...
point. That was a really good shot from Elvis.
Yeah, I kind of expected Ferret to win, because if Elvis missed the microfilm, there's not really a lot of rationale. Watch the end again.
Well, there
That's
was
what
some
we're being
weird
told.
loopy pathing
Yeah.
by Ferret.
Yeah, there was
It was-
totally some weird pathing, but, you know, I think it was
Look at
understandable.
the entry to. He did a full. He did almost a full 360 in the entry to the statues there.
Oh, he
That
did.
might have been
Yep.
what it was.
Yep, the spin to win,
Yeah.
or to lose in this case.
Plus, like, the timing of going to center statues at almost exactly 30 seconds. That's
Yeah, for
classic
sure.
spy
For sure.
timing.
I thought we were talking about when he repathed when ST took his spot, but I thought that was good. But yeah,
Yeah, I think
he got
that was good as well.
He got turned around by an AI. All right, so 2-1 Elvis.
That's a rough loss for Ferret there.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if he can make it back. On the sniper side, Elvis. On the spy end of things here. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Chasing ST, not able to get it.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Spending a lot of time in this conversation, interestingly enough.
Yeah, we're really committed to this early game idling.
Yeah.
I mean, with the double agent in there, potentially you could hope to have a few more people join
It's
and then
a
contact.
decent time to DA, not if Fearful Ferret assumes it's real, though.
I mean, especially with how many assumptions Ferret sometimes makes about DA. Not so much assumptions, but like the idea that someone who comes in later is more likely to have done the banana bread.
Yeah.
The whole having been there before the double agent even came in could have been helpful, although the double agent just left on us.
32%. That's still enough for a 3 flirt if we snuggle up for for close on the next 2 white tests.
It is.
Here comes the DA.
In the red.
That's 1. That's 2. 3 low lights, at least one of which was a highlight.
It's
2 of them, I
dangerous.
think, were
This is a
highlights.
dangerous situation for Elvis because there was only one SDA in conversation, and from what I know of Ferret, he's going to know who the real banana breaders were generally.
Yeah. Elvis Snake is also playing this fairly slowly so far, actually waiting for the timer flirt there. 64? That's not a number you want to see.
No.
He is going to need a green test to finish this up in 3.
Innocent reject of the list. Need to get on our horse here a little bit. We have 1 fast held done. We need 1 more flirt. Oh, that was a nice bug.
Oh,
that was
that
a nice
took?
bug. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to, but it
was
did.
a little bit risky. The arm was visible, but it was such an unusual position and such an unusual timing that it went right under the radar, and that could be huge.
Book's going to be available at Blue Bookcase here in a second, but I think Ferret knows it. I think you have to grab a flirt. I would maybe wait to see if anyone else steals that fingerprint off the Blue Bookcase that's going to be there. Is there a fingerprint on this statue?
Because that could be... Nope, doesn't look like there is. He's just
I don't know
going
about
for
this, though.
specs.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the best move.
Like,
Why
this,
would
is,
you
Yeah.
do for
this is
inspector?
increasing our heat for a mission we probably shouldn't accomplish.
Agreed.
Now, I will say this.
And we don't make it to the blue bookcase.
We don't. Oh, this is not. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for this.
Yeah, I think this is losing. I think.
Yeah.
this
See
is
now.
losing.
See now we're forced to leave the convo. Like.
And
we
it
are-
still doesn't work.
and we get crushed by our S. Oh, this is going. It's all going to hell. We got 15 seconds. Fake BB. Oh yeah. I don't think we can win.
The play there would have been, I think, to stop by at the conversation, flirt with a selection target, and then as soon as you can, leave for the blue bookcase, come back and finish up your flirt.
Yeah, I think we
I
lost
think-
this game as soon as we
Yeah.
had our flirt bailed on us. I think
so.
I think the way to go. Now, in retrospect, I don't hate that inspect choice as much as I did. Even though there was a fingerprint potentially available, the inspect actually might not have been noticed because it was heavy cover and Queen is a short character. So you
Yeah.
go to side statues. You're basically stealth doing half your inspect. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, right here. Like, notice how hard it is. Let's look at Ferret's actual camera. It's really hard to see Queen at statues right now. I mean, you can see it a little bit, but it's really hard to notice. Elvis could have gotten these stealth inspects done, gone and done his flirt, and then done half an inspect and not taken much heat for it, even though he's doing it in the last few seconds, because it's half an inspect. And if Ferret didn't see the first half, then he would have been good. But yeah, I think this move where he went to just hang out innocently with Rocker cost him that game. Even if Seduction Target had stayed around, it looks a little more suspicious than it needs to be. Elvis Snake put himself in a great position to win there. Just couldn't quite close it out there at the end.
Elvis Snake says didn't notice the fingerprint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, it's 2-all. Stepping into Courtyard 2. This is a classic and a favorite for a lot of Spy Party players. We've got Ferret on the spy side, Elvis on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. And it is going to be a nice early flirt on a green test for 51. That's a nice start for Ferret.
I don't know if Ferret has seen, or if Elvis has seen these statues.
Well, they are both highlit.
In any case, it doesn't matter. He didn't. He obviously didn't swap because he wasn't at statues.
That said, that is 2 AI with a whole lot of heat on them.
Yeah, if Elvis didn't catch a glimpse of those statues beforehand, he might, in some ways, have to give those AIs credit for possible swap.
Interesting place to stand. Long distance flirt. We don't really need a close distance flirt, but we're giving up the 2 flirt. Very fast reject there.
81% on the flirt. This is actually looking like a pretty strong start for Ferret. Actually a pretty decent number of highlights for Elvis Snake already, and Ferret is not one of them.
No, Ferret's very, very low heat right now.
Good time for the BB.
Yeah, excellent time for the BB. Well, maybe not. It's not as good as it looks. Maybe 3. Yeah, now it's better time for the BB.
Opts not to take it, it looks like. There's the start. Lots of couple
2
people
low lights.
fail at a bad time. That's 1 low light.
Elvis does not catch General. General is a low light, and General is a highlight who could have been low lit.
I believe so was Red Plaid, but only
Yeah.
gets the 1. So Ferret's in a very good position here so far.
So far, in general, in this set, Elvis Snake going very even with Ferret. Ferret absolutely not crushing Elvis.
Indeed.
So, Elvis still with an excellent chance to be the first person to win or even draw a match against Ferret.
I
Might
can
be
see
Inspect Swap.
happening here. I think that's kind of what you've got to go for with a minute left.
You almost have
Yeah,
to at this
I think
point.
if this was the plan, it should have been done earlier. Now it's like
There it is!
10 seconds. Oh, breaks the
Oh, he
animation.
cuts an animation to get it down, but he hasn't taken a bullet yet!
Yeah, he's
3
gonna win.
seconds! Does it work? It
Yep.
does!
Ba-boom.
The animation cut was right on camera, too.
Let's
I
see.
guess Elvis just must have not been paying attention to that sort of thing.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at it from Elvis's perspective. Let's get the run up to this swap. Let's go back to
It
about
happens
10
just
seconds.
as he's turning around.
Yeah, so rotate. As he rotates, the inspect completes. He's looking at the statues well. He rotates. The
It
swap
wasn't
comes
that
off.
visible, but you can see the head jerk
Rotating
down.
back. Yeah. So, yeah, that would have been a hard animation break to see, but if he had been looking at the head, he would have caught it. Oh, if he had rotated a little bit to the left, he would have seen the swap as well. I don't think Elvis ever knew that swap occurred.
I don't think so either.
Yep. All right, so Elvis, to keep it even, has got to win on Courtyard now.
Absolutely.
And it's
Beautiful.
not easy to win a spy on Courtyard.
It's really not. It's let's be honest, it's not easy to win a spy anywhere.
It is
That's
4-7.
true.
It is 4-7. I think
true.
I think part of the reason we perceive this as a really spy favored map is that people still underuse Fingerprint on this map. After
Yeah.
however long it's been since Fingerprint was introduced, people still just don't. They haven't adjusted their spy games to take account of Fingerprint is a thing I can do.
Yeah.
It is a time-consuming mission that I must, commit to doing early on and look for opportunities to complete.
Another thing
In general-
that makes Courtyard 2 feel harder than it is lots of us are used to playing Courtyard 2 on 4 of 6. Some of
yes.
us are used to playing Courtyard 2 on 4 of 5. That's how long this map has been around.
Good old 4 of 5 Courtyard, which we used to think was balanced. All right.
All right, let's hop into the next one. Elvis Snake on the spy, Ferret on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Although Fingerprint may be underused in general, I would actually say that avoiding it against Ferret is probably a good idea because he does pay attention to that and does give it the amount of suspicion it deserves compared to a similar soft
Oh,
intelligence map.
very risky bug attempt, both
Yeah.
in
Elvis got to break
in
this
whether-
wrong way bug
yeah.
habit.
It was hard for that to
Somehow
come
it
off
didn't get
well,
caught.
and it was a little bit visible, but it didn't get caught, so...
Some fingerprints are easier to see than others. I mean, you can often get away with doing the one obvious fingerprint, like a briefcase or what have you, as long as
if the other one's a drink...
Yeah,
you're golden.
drink fingerprints are very hard to track.
Yeah, but Ferret will actually assign extra suspicion just for seeing something like somebody calls over Toby after the ambassador takes a drink.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, a time ad happened.
He did. Got away with it.
Yeah.
Great time.
Time
to
ads, time ads another very underutilized thing.
Terrible spot in the CC. We should have walked to the White Danger's right instead of his left, but
Agreed.
great time to BB.
Well,
I believe
double
you
agent
meant
is not
flirt,
in
and that's exactly
conversation.
what happened.
Well, the double agent used to be in our conversation. But she left.
Yeah, but against
2
Ferret,
minutes
it's
and
not
20
always the
left,
best idea
34% of a
to.
flirt, and not really anything else.
That's
It's not
all right.
always the best idea to BB as soon as you enter the conversation.
That's true. But the problem with not doing so is time keeps on ticking into the future. I mean, we're down under 2 minutes now. We have 1/3 of a flirt.
Yeah. This has not been the start Elvis Snake has been looking for, but he is going to pick up another flirt here.
Yep.
Has a
Opportunity
chance
for a good
to get
cheese
a nice bug coming across.
This is where you really want to watch that laser and see if Fearful Ferret is really committing to defending the ambassador or not. Because if he's not, it only takes a split second of him being inattentive to the amba to get away with the cheese bug here.
It looks like he really is making sure the amba stays
He is.
in the laser's
He's doing an
view,
excellent job guarding the amba.
And the problem with attempting that sort of cheese bug is that it does take time to get from where you're standing to where you can actually bug.
It does, and it's vulnerable to baits too. Pretty good stop there on the briefcase.
Fingerprint number 1, success, no highlight, but we don't have any mission completions yet, and there's only 1:05 left to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there's the flirt.
It's gonna be tough for Elvis to pull this one off. He needs the fingerprint and 2 more missions.
Oh,
The double
hello,
agent is
Ambassador.
interesting.
How are you?
Hello,
double
DA.
agent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll help.
Take this opportunity.
Banana bread.
But no
That'll-
fingerprints available that I know of.
And he still needs a
Yellow
mission
danger.
after.
Oh yeah, that's right, Elvis. You know what to do. You know what to do.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's going to be the inspect swap.
Good placement for the inspect swap here. It'll be a
There's the
tough angle to
highlight.
guard. Yeah. Yeah, Ferret's suspicious. It's gonna be hard to get away with this.
Inspect has come off. There's the
Yeah,
swap.
perfect timing.
Hasn't seen it yet. 5 seconds
Ferret's
to
thinking,
go.
I'll check it in a second.
He's
Elvis
not
is
checking
blocking.
it. He's not checking it.
Now
Elvis
you
is
move.
still there.
Now you move.
There it is.
Perfect.
Does he see it?
Perfect.
He did see it, but
That-
not in time to get the shot off. And ladies and gentlemen, the inspect swap gets it done.
That is how you inspect swap Elvis Snake right there. That was a fantastic inspect swap. Look at this. Look at this. This is perfectly done. Perfectly done. Like, you could not do inspect swaps better than this. So Ferret's guarding. He's like, okay, I'll come back and check this in a second. Bam, swap happens immediately, right? Just got to live 10 seconds now. Ferret checking other stuff. He's like, okay, I'm going to come back and check this. Elvis is like, I'm going to block it. Ferret's like, whatever, he can block it for a second. Now Ferret's getting really worried because Elvis is standing there too long. Now Elvis leaves. Ferret sees it. Has 0.5 seconds to put the laser on Elvis. Too late, you lost. That is the anatomy of an inspect swap, and I have no words. I love it. I love a good inspect swap, as well. Most people in this chat know.
That was absolutely beautifully done, and that ties it up at 3, heading in to the last map. It is going to be the crowded pub. Ferret on the spy, Elvis Snake on the sniper. Any 4 of 7 in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. Ferret starting things off at window. And it looks like he's going to start things off with a flirt at the bar, I assume? No, opts not to. Might be able to get a bug here. Doesn't get it on the way in.
I mean, the bug would be very visible in this position.
That's part of why it might be good if we're in range for it. I mean, this is kind of a bug that the sniper's going to assume you're not going to try to do, right?
Yeah.
So the sniper might not actually be guarding it that closely. It's hard to tell because we don't know where Elvis's eyes actually
Banana
are.
bread.
Exactly. Fake BB
Fake
comes off,
BB.
presumably to guard a bug, but it wasn't.
I don't know why you BB there.
I think
And
the reason the BB there, it feels like it's to
To
bug
distract.
after.
Yeah, which is fine. But
it didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, Amba did leave, but I think I think the Amba left right after, a bit after that.
Yeah, he did. He
Somehow.
definitely had time.
Now you could bug here off this fingerprint as well.
This is true.
Except the ambassador.
Yep, not anymore. And we should have known that was coming probably because personal space violation.
Ferret's following. That's an unusual decision.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay way to lose heat.
Pretty good briefcase.
Ah, that was a misclick. That was an action priority banana bread.
Ah,
That
okay.
makes sense.
Yep.
Unfortunate. So we do have barely getting that flirt off, but it was green, so that'll put us at 87, which is a nice number to see. We are a little bit behind the time curve, though. We do have a fingerprint,
again.
we do have 87% on the flirt, but we do not have any mission completions.
Can't flirt now. Bug's not a great idea right now. I don't think there are any fingerprints available. Now, if you want to hope for a green, you could green and spec swap here and try to win, but I'm like...
That's a bit scary,
this is
though.
This is not going to work.
A little bit too
This is not going to
all-in.
work. Okay.
Oh, it comes off! I didn't think that was gonna work.
ST is merciful. All right, so
I
I
like
think...
the decision to stop early.
Yeah, I think that gave him just enough time to do it. Oh, if you get... There's a fingerprint here.
Can he get it? Inspect comes off. Fingerprint doesn't happen.
That could have been huge. But
Yeah,
That
because
would've
if
been
DA's in a
even
convo,
worse.
that might lose us the game, the fact that we could not get the green test there.
even with double agent in convo, what's he gonna do in the next?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he wins this game if he hits that green test.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that because he did, he might not. I don't really know what else he can do.
Banana bread.
Well, there's the BB coming off, second of the game. No bullets as of yet, so definitely would have won with the fingerprint. It's gonna be a bug. It's gonna be a bug.
Yeah, it's not going to take.
Gets shot for it anyway.
Elvis Snake 4-3, and yeah, him with the opportunity to win now.
Yeah. So Fearful Ferret's streak is no more.
It is not. He will at least suffer a draw here, and Elvis Snake will have the chance to beat him. Give me one.
Yeah. I like that. A stream irregularity. I need to coin that one.
Okay, I think we're good now. Sorry about that. We're back, and
All right.
we're ready for the suspenseful dramatic conclusion to this set.
All right, perfect. Said suspenseful dramatic conclusion will be once again on Crowded Pub A4 of 7. We're gonna have Elvis Snake on the spy side playing for a win. Ferret on the sniper playing for a draw. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Elvis starts as Boots.
Going to statue immediately under AI control.
Yeah, we could inspect swap right here. Yep, that's what we're gonna do.
That's a sweet move. I really like that.
So Ferret has had the opportunity to see it now. If he's memorized, that's a pretty clear sign that Elvis is the spy, because that's really early for a green test. Yeah, he picks up a highlight, but that might be for the visit.
I think that was just for the visit. I think Elvis got away with that clean.
I don't know. I saw Ferret see the statue at the beginning of the round, so it depends on whether he memorized it or not, really. I guess we'll find out.
We shall see. We shall see. If Elvis Snake gets shot for seemingly nothing, then he knew. But for now, I'm going to operate on the assumption that it was, in fact, completely clean. So he's got the swap done, the inspect done,
Yep.
34% on the seduce. This is looking pretty darn good for Elvis Snake, assuming it was a clean swap.
Indeed. So flirt will be done reasonably soon in this game, and all we have to worry about is the other mission. I mean, presumably double agent, especially who walks to us right now. No, but he's not going to. Oh, now we have to go to that conversation, right?
Yeah. Because the last thing you
What?
want to do at in this sort of game, having gotten a hardtail past the sniper, especially one like swap, is to time out because you take too long to do flirt and banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not going for that flirt at least seems like a very unusual choice. Does go pick up a delegate, but who was at the... Do you remember who was at the bar before? Bars
No idea.
does not seem like it's been very busy.
Yeah, it hasn't. And the whole opportunity with the selection target and the double agent has passed. Although at least the
Long
double
past.
agent is in conversation again.
It looks like we are going to be going for this DA. Lots of people in CC here. Lots of people in
Yeah, great time to
Banana
DA.
red.
There it is. But the shot
Yeah, he
comes
saw the
off,
swap.
ladies and gentlemen.
He saw the swap. I don't think
Yeah.
he shoots him for that unless he saw the swap.
I completely agree. That must have been saw the swap. It's the
All
only
right.
reason you take that shot. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a draw on this set.
Let us hope and pray that Scallions and Cameraman are now available,
Indeed.
but they are not.
No!
All right, well, let's bring back Elvis Snake real quick. Elvis Snake, are you still here? Yes, you are. I will put myself on mute. I will see you guys for the second half of the cast after this next match, and I'll bring back Elvis Snake for you.
All right, so successfully dethroning Fearful Ferret's streak. How do you feel about that one? I believe you're actually muted, Elvis Snake. I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. It feels good. I mean, obviously, I would have preferred to win, but just to get a draw is a win in my book. When I got the shot on Crowded Pub, I turned to my wife and said, "All right, I'm done here. If I get a win, that's great, but I did what I set to do." So yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Obviously, Ferret played out of his mind as well. We were both doing good spy party at each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good set. I'm proud of the way I played for the most part.
Yeah,
It
I
must have
think
been
you
surprising.
played that very well.
Yeah, that was well played by both players. It must have been surprising in that last Crowded Pub game to get shot when you did, thinking probably at first that you had gotten away clean with the swap.
Yeah, I knew it was a little late for the swap, but I just wanted to try for it. Like I said in the chat earlier, after my first two spy games where I kind of idled too much to try to counter Ferret knowing everything strats, I just wanted to play my game. So I just went for it, and maybe I get away with it, maybe I don't. And I didn't that time, but I did on Courtyard, and that made the difference.
Quite often, that's the game you have to play because so often, like especially in competitive settings, you get so locked into trying to play the really slow, really under the radar sort of a game that snipers are so used to looking for that people don't expect aggression as sniper.
Yeah, I would agree. The inspect swap was very powerful a few times. I think if I'd gotten the timing down on pan up, it would have worked a little better. But
Yeah.
I was just on a wing and a prayer at that point. But yeah, it was a good set.
Yeah,
Had
it
fun.
was. So we're I believe, just waiting on Cameraman for his game against Scallions.
Yes.
Last I heard, he was supposed to be here, I believe, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, that is correct. He's not here though. Let me see what the next set would be.
Next set looks like it'd be Warning Track versus James.
Well, I have the replay because I compulsively clicked all the replays. I have a problem. Please help. If we need to, I guess we can do that pending Kaylee's approval, but I'm hoping that cameraman shows up here.
It would certainly be nice. I'm just gonna get the replays downloaded too, to make sure nothing. To make sure I have what I need if stuff starts going wrong.
Well,
All right,
All right,
I've
well,
got that already.
While we're waiting to decide, I need to take a real quick bio break. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. We've had a lot of really good Spy Party so far. It's been a great first cast.
It has, I will say, from the ethereal void where I do not have a webcam since Alpha Snake is gone for a second. Yeah, Track versus James1221 next. If still no Scallions versus Cameraman. Sorry, I don't know where Cameraman is. Hopefully he shows up. If he doesn't, we might just cut the stream short by 1. What was the backup?
Warning Track versus James. But Scallion did just say in...
Yeah, I forgot what I designated as that's the actual backup, but we'll see.
Oh, the actual backup? Is that Pon Noob versus Yeesh?
Yeah, Noob versus Yeesh was the other one, I think.
Okay, Scallion says that Cameraman said he would be in the lobby at
6:30.
6:40. No, well, 5:45. I'm not sure what time zone he's talking about there, but that's right around right now. So
okay, well, we could wait for another minute or so. Actually, let's go with our usual solution in these situations, which is that we'll start the next set, and then I'll just let Scallions know what our plan is here.
All right.
All right, we'll do that. And we'll go ahead and so Tobo, Teetery, and Elvis, do you guys all have Warning Track versus James1221?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, let's go ahead and go to splash screen real quick, and we will bring it up. And we are starting on Courtyard 2. And it's loading. And yeah, that looks good. All right, so go ahead and take it away, guys.
All right, so as Kaylee said, we are going to be starting on Courtyard 2. James1221 on the Spy to get things started with Warning Track on the Sniper side. And this is generally a map that favors the veteran Spy Party player because of how long it's been around. That, in this case, would be more James. He's been around longer than Track has, although Track has certainly played his fair share of this map. Let's see how this turns out in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
He's starting out next to the double agent. Let's see if he wants to banana bread.
Banana bread.
Yep.
he does banana bread, but that gives up 3 lowlights at statues.
Yeah, that's big.
Yep. Lots of lowlights coming out from Warning Track. Warning Track is very good at dealing with slightly unusual situations like that, like mega early banana breads.
Yeah, the one lucky thing for James, though, was that Warning Track didn't rotate around quite quickly enough for him to feel confident about either Yellow Danger or White Suit not being BB splits. So
Indeed.
he did not get those lowlights, which would have been quite valuable because now they are statue highlights instead.
Yeah, that would have been almost devastating for James to have given up that much. But he does have the BB. He does have 31% on the flirt, which is exactly the number you do not want to see, because a close right will give you 34, and 34 plus 34 plus 31 is not 100.
Sadly true. It's sometimes always 99.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the floor flirt is not always so bad if you know that it's because of a poor early flirt and you can expect it.
Yep.
Especially because it generally means, you're not at mid-range to your seduction target, so you're not going to take as much heat for following them around so much when it's harder to even pair you with them in the first place.
Another white test on the timer flirt there will bring him up to 62, so he is going to need a green for the 3 flirt.
Yeah,
Time ad coming off, though. That's a really nice play. He pretty well needed that at this point.
Yeah, he needed either that or to do something sort of drastic, like finish up
Does
flirts
not
really quick.
hit the green he needed, so he's at 96%. And seeing that bar basically full but not completed is so painful for a spy.
It
The
hurts.
time ad did give him the margin for that, though. Like, without the time ad, he would be in super deep trouble right now, especially having not finished that flirt. But with the time ad, it's survivable.
I'd
Yeah,
like to see
without the
another time ad here.
Yeah, indeed he is, and this one
Oh, he
was-
gets a green. Oh, I like it.
Without the time ads, this is game over. But with them, this is actually looking pretty good for James with still 1 minute and 30 left to play. And Warning Track, looking at the log after this, is going to have to be a lot more honest about keeping his eye on the time ads.
Yeah, unfortunately, the seduction target leaves just as the flirt was about to come off.
Oh,
Green
Not even done his
purloin.
shot yet.
That
Oh, that's
white
good.
purloins on this map are
It does
almost
go to a
always
highlight.
death. And it does go to a highlight. That's true, and it's enough to fool Track.
Oh,
and
he
that's
pays
going to
the
be a
blood
win
price.
for James.
I love it.
My oh my, that's definitely the start James was looking for. So not only did Track get caught on a green test purloin, but he's also going to have to spend a lot more time looking at time ads now, which is not something you necessarily want to have to do as Sniper. That being said, Warning Track it's time for him to step into the spiral here on Courtyards 2. James on the Sniper side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
The AI takes him straight to the statues, which is not necessarily where he wants to be. The way Plaid blocked this view of the statues means it's possible that James didn't even get a look at
Yeah,
the statue.
I would have liked to see a swap there.
Yeah, especially because James may now be giving him credit for the swap that he didn't even perform.
That's true, but coming in on the light side of the statue, it is so hard to be willing to take a swap in a positioning like that. Because almost every single time the Sniper will have seen it.
Yeah, I mean the difference in that situation was really Red Plaid being there.
Yeah.
Where if James hadn't gotten to it before he came in, it would be almost impossible to get a look at the statues at that point until when they're both of them left.
Pretty reasonable briefcase by Track does net him a fingerprint, so he's gonna have to keep an eye on Toby
Banana bread.
and the Ambassador for the next
Green banana
one.
bread during a idle cycle. That's pretty good.
Just
That
in
is-
time too.
That is good indeed, but I don't think whether or not it's during an idle cycle is going to be quite enough to lose any heat, unfortunately.
True. ST comes back. That's nice of him.
So he does. Amba takes a drink. If we call Toby right now, this is going to be... But it doesn't look like we are.
Yeah, that was the other side of the map. It would be tough for Warning Track to even see from his point of view.
Yeah, he'd have to be really, really on top of the Amba to be able to get that. But stepping in here to finish his seduction and finish his inspect once the ST puts the statue down.
He could potentially finish everything right here if he wants to go for the swap.
Inspect swapping this might be a little bit too bold, I think.
Yeah, he's been there for a cycle too many already.
Yeah.
I mean, the one possible advantage is just if James is thinking he already may have swapped, then he might not be looking for swap as hard, but he does seem to be on top of it. So instead he's going to go for the fingerprint.
It's going to be another briefcase, which is always kind of risky, but it looks like James has his eyes elsewhere. This might work out for Track.
Oh boy.
There's the
boy.
handoff, and it does indeed work out. And that's going to put Track all tied up. So 2 spy wins coming off the bat with Courtyard 2, any 4 of 7. Not quite what you expect to see.
We
Just
even
like
saw 2 spy wins in the last set.
Yeah.
Who says this game is sniper favored?
Generally it is, but the spies have been playing this really well so far. We shall see what happens as we step into Panop. This one can get a little bit crazy. James on the spy side, warning Track on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. It looks like James is going to start things off at center statue and deservedly take a highlight for it.
I'm not a big fan of this sort of play, because doing this means you have to do, later on, you're going to have to get away with some sort of hardtail with a highlight already on you.
Yeah, almost always it's a better idea to try to get your hardtails done before you find your highlights.
Yeah, unless you know that the sniper, like, doesn't give much credit to statue highlights as far as suspicion goes, which is possible.
I like this play, just going and standing in the corner here. That seems a little bit wasteful on time.
Maybe try to dissipate some of this heat, but yeah. It's an interesting redirect there, but Double Agent isn't falling for it.
Could very easily get a bug coming out of here, but opts not to go for it.
Yeah, that would be
a very
classic.
slow start from James.
Oh man. There ain't no sunshine in this game at all.
ST is just not having it. This is brutal.
Well, at the beginning of the game, they were on the same pad, and ST walked over, but James left. I think Snaps is feeling a bit miffed and doesn't want anything to do with her anymore.
2 minutes and 15 left to play. Inspect done, and absolutely nothing else. This is not how you want to play your Panop.
Yeah, with no progress on anything, that's going to be tough to finish missions without doing maybe more hardtails than James would like.
He should have bugged there. I get the feeling that James just isn't really used to the things you can get away with on this map, because it would have been a bit of a crash bug, but Warning Track wasn't there to see it.
Yeah. I'm beginning to doubt he has time to finish missions. I'm not sure what the plan should be here.
I say fake BB. Find a conversation with not too many people in it and fake BB.
Especially at this time, he can't know it. But
there's just no time to finish missions, though.
Well, timeout is always an option, especially on Panop. And at the time, he was in conversation with actually the only suspected double agent that was in conversation. So it wouldn't necessarily have helped the sniper to shoot someone that wasn't him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to do something, though. I don't see why he's just sitting at this bookcase. He needs to either add time or be like hurrying that book to another bookcase as fast as he can.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't so much about getting the sniper to shoot someone that wasn't him. He hasn't done enough to really get shot. That was about getting the sniper to shoot someone at all.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean, if Warning Track is looking at this map right now, he's not seeing any missions that leave a trace done.
That's true.
Banana bread.
You know,
There's
he's got
the
a lot
fake
of
BB with
highlights,
14 seconds left. I don't think that's going to be enough.
Yeah, especially that sort of timing for a fake BB. It sort of screams, I want you to shoot someone.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And that's the game. Warning track with some good patience, even though we didn't really see anything. James just played that so slowly.
Yeah, he finds himself in a good position now. It's always sad to see a Spy run out of time.
It is. But warning track up by 1. Let's see what he can do on the spy roll on Panop. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Hanging out in this painting for a while.
Yeah, warning track also with the fairly slow start and an empty CC. This is a very unusual opening on Panop. Usually you want to go off the top.
Well, the seduction target is at Bucks, and I can see him possibly not wanting to go there and be paired. Just goes for the white
purloin!
Oh boy! Oh boy!
I don't
well,
think it was seen.
It was fully visible, but I don't think he was looking. Yeah. By now he has to have seen that it's gone.
But warning track has just gold, so.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
Nope, never mind.
Oh.
Never mind.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay, I can see that being one of the situations where he saw the purloin but wasn't positive it wasn't green, and then later on he saw track without a drink and he knew he had to have gold.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So.
Balcony time, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed, it is balcony time. We're all tied up, heading in here. James on the spy, track on the sniper. This is a little bit of an anything can happen-y sort of a map. Let's see how these players deal with it in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Interestingly enough, we're on pick 2 of 3 instead of any 2 of 3 here.
That basically means... See, pick 2 of 3 is basically known to.
Yeah.
Basically no one's going to turn bug on.
It would certainly be a risky move.
Snipers are probably just going to play it exactly the same, with a little bit less worry about bugs.
Banana bread.
The usual white test BB, no one outside of conversation, does take a highlight for it.
No progress on the flirt yet. That's not a great position to be in that halfway through the game.
Just gonna go
James?
for instead.
I don't know about this. It feels like he's playing too slowly again.
Yeah.
I mean, on balcony of all maps, you can always hope that the sniper just shoots a civilian. This is one of those maps where it's very...
But it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Warning track with a huge shot onto James there. Too much suspicion, able to get it done. And now warning track is up by 1, stepping into the spy roll. James on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. That was a pretty strong shot for warning track. I think most people would wait for another talk.
Yeah, I feel like it was a bit premature. I'm not sure if James had even done any talks other than the talk during the banana bread. So even if he had the flirt.
Interestingly enough, all 3 people who got highlight for the BB were not talking during it.
Yeah. Innocent watch check. Just gonna snuggle up next to the general. Alright.
No, leaves.
Balcony is a cold and uncaring place.
I think at this point you've got to mostly bank on the wrong shot, unless the selection target is really...
I don't know, that's close. We've got 50 seconds left when the first flirt comes off, but it wasn't green, so...
Yeah, that's gonna...
Double.
Yeah, General tried to make it up to Polka Dots there after leaving her for a while, but
Not
it's
enough.
not going to be enough time. Although he has left the conversation again.
It's still not going to be enough, I don't think. He's going to have to...
He would have to come right back, flirt, leave, come right back, flirt.
Well, potentially,
he came
Track
right
could
back.
be the one to leave for the last flirt.
If he No, I think if he was going to go for it, he had to do it way earlier. But James takes a bad shot, and suddenly, Warning Track is in a dominant position.
All right.
Has 2 match points here.
Locked into the draw at the worst.
Absolutely. James is in a very difficult position. Fighting from behind, fighting from on the ropes, starting as Spy as well, so...
Fortunately, New Art Ballroom, not a terrible map to need to spy one on. There's a lot of people, a lot of things to distract the sniper. Hopefully he can pull something in under the radar.
Although
and it only got easier in the New Art because there are more partygoers here than there were in the old art. So that just gives the Spy more room to work.
Everyone's just so much bigger. There's so much cover everywhere.
Let's see what James can make of it. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Interesting choice for the mission to cut, Seduce, which you do not see every day.
Interesting is one word for it. I prefer the term incorrect.
Well,
I mean,
he
is
has had
Track
time
even
troubles.
known for
He's had time trouble this whole match. Maybe he's just trying to cut the most time-consuming mission and just go for quicker hardtails and hope he doesn't get caught.
Maybe. It does also put more cognitive load on the sniper. But still, I think it's just a bad idea.
It is a bad idea, but, you know, in the right circumstance, even a bad idea can be a good idea.
Well, starting things out at Blue Bookcase. Warning Track zooming in a fair bit. Like, he's seen James there. He spent a good amount of time on camera. White test transfer, though, goes nice and unnoticed.
But yeah, Warning Track was zoomed in at the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing about microfilm is you can afford to give away one of the animations as long as you catch the second one.
This is very true. And if he was going for missions that are going to be speedy, that's not one of them.
Yep.
It certainly isn't.
2 minutes left, and that's all he's gotten done so far. James, I think...
Looks like he might be going for the bug here.
He might just be on tilt at this point.
I think a little bit of rust and the competitive atmosphere has led him to play a lot slower than he would have liked. Does get a fingerprint out of this.
Doesn't even bother with inspecting, so he doesn't plan to go to statues again.
Yeah, I think
James
is just making some questionable decisions now. There's no reason not to take the inspects and at least give yourself the option.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with so little time left. Doesn't even Banana Bread there. I would Banana Bread even if I wasn't thinking of finishing, just for the sake of making it more likely.
Here's the thing, even if he does get this transfer in, and it is a green test, so...
Yeah, you know he's got to do 2.5 missions in a minute, and one of them's fingerprint, which you can't force. And...
It's just not gonna happen.
Here comes the Banana Bread.
Banana Bread.
Yeah, all right.
And immediately the bullet. James... I feel like it was... He just played too slow the entire time. It was probably just a combination of, as I said before, of rust and not being used to playing in a competitive environment, because those are two things that make you play slower on Spy. And James was never a fast Spy either way. But that's going to be it. Warning Track, pretty decisive victory with 5-2 there.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it looked like James was getting a little frustrated at times during that game. He was doing fine up until the balcony game. I mean, balcony sweeps happen because it's balcony.
Yeah.
But yeah, that ballroom game was a real puzzle to me. All right,
Yeah.
thank you for casting, gentlemen. This has been Taboshi, Elvisnake, and Teetery. Taboshi and Elvisnake both have Twitch streams. Taboshi's at twitch.tv/Taboshi. Elvisnake is at twitch.tv/Elvisnake, where they do their own Spy Party stuff. You can find them both on Twitter at Elvisnake and at ToboTV, not at Taboshi. If you go at Taboshi, unless you speak Japanese, you'll be very confused.
I tried to get it. I just
And
couldn't.
Teetery, I tried to find things to plug for you, but I could not find anything.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to plug. It's fine.
All right. So thank you, gentlemen. I will end the Skype call, and we will switch over to our late casting team. Adios, gents.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right, so that's that. Let's bring back the old Kaylee. Good old, definitely not that reliable Kaylee. No, we're not done yet. We're only half done. We got 3 more matches coming at you. All right, and it is time to call the other people. It's time to call the second half casters. Starting with Mr. Ferret. Where's Mr. Ferret at? Raise your Ritz mitts. Hi, Ferret. I do not see a webcam. Are you not webcamming it?
Yeah, no webcam.
No webcam. All right. And let's get Mr. Yeesh. Where's Yeesh? Where's Yeesh? There he is. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna add the group call. Yeesh, not picking up yet. There he is.
Hey, what's going on?
Yo. We're still loading. There you are. Okay, cool. Let's capture you up. You can go right about.
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. I'm hearing like background, so.
Yeah, that's mine. Sorry. And Ferret and Yeesh, you guys can hear each other real quick, just to check.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I can hear you, Ferret.
Yeesh goes there. And Yeesh's name card goes here, and William is jumping on the door. And do you want to be Yeesh or do you want to be Yeshua?
I'll be Yeesh.
Yeesh it shall be. All right, let's first of all check in with Cameraman versus Scallions and see if they are here. They are not. All right, so next up, we're going to do William jumping on the door some more. But after that, we're going to do, let's see, which one is next up? Let's go to RJW versus Teetery. And we'll show our pretty little animation that Warning Track made for, Warning Track, that RJW made for us. And let's get the scoreboard, and let's get started. I'll go to splash screen to avoid spoilers. And we'll load it up. First game appears to be Courtyard 2 with RJW as the spy. And yeah, we all ready, gentlemen?
Yep.
Yeesh, you ready? All right, here we go. Oh wait, yeah, Ferret's audio only. Sorry, I didn't change the name card for that. Let's fix that. Boop. Let's recenter it. Okay, now we're good. All right, and to quote a Tobo, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, we got RJ as spy, Teetery as sniper. This was Teetery's pick. Teetery did really, really well on this map in Season 1. I think he won 9 out of 10 games as both spy and sniper, so definitely a very strong pick for him.
RJ on the OJ here, going for inspects early, so he'll be eating that highlight very early on, but that's out of the way. Looks like he got bailed on by the ST before he could arrive.
It'll be a little bit harder for him to do other missions because of these highlight, and the main thing is getting the hardtail done on Courtyard 2, so we'll see how this goes for him.
Yep. Oh, not a great path. Oh, are we gonna bug? Oh my gosh! Oh, we take the swerve there. Yeah. I think that'd be a little hard not to see almost. So Teetery goes up 1-0.
That was just awkward all around.
Yeah, none of that went right. Let's take another look at that. That was just a mess. That was just a mess. Sometimes things like this happen when you play SpyParty. All right, so path starts. We immediately run into trouble because Banana Man pushes us off course into Turing, so we're waving all around. We try to bug. Bug happens, but then we want to go there, but then we change our mind. We just kind of take a swerve bug. So, what can you say? 1-0 Teetery. I mean, that bug was a bug. All right,
it was a bug.
That bug. Well, it was not a bug, but it was a bug. And
Certainly was.
Confusion with computer coding terms. Here we go. Teetery is Blue Danger in 3, 2, 1, go. I love that was done with orange dress too. That was eminently appropriate.
Teetery starting with a close flirt.
Yep. Smart to do. These are players who have met before. They were both in, I believe, Copper Division. Yes, they were both in Copper Division. Farrah, you were there in Copper Division with them last season.
I sure was.
Teetery performed very well against RJW, as I recall, going 2-0 and actually winning most of the games in both of those matches. So he would have to be the favorite going in.
Yeah, game for game, Teetery is 10-1 against RJ, so RJ's got a pretty big hill to climb.
And he's going for the green purloin here. Immediately leaves. Will RJ What see the reject?
Purloin comes off now. Yep.
Sees it.
Only sees the rejector. So no highlight for Teetery there, so that's probably a bad sign for RGW.
Oh, he does get highlight.
Does get highlight. Maybe he thought someone in that area just rejected. So possibly Teetery's positioning really hurt him there.
Yeah, he might have thought about it and figured out what's going on.
He walked away, and then Toby sort of walked towards him for the green purloin to come off, so that was a bit unlucky with where the waiter ended up.
BB comes off. Does not stop Talkit, so he'll get a little bit of suspicion for that.
Seduction Target, who took the green purloin, was also in a conversation with an SDA, so that BB was quite good for Teetery.
So we're going to go to statues. This is kind of moment of truth. I mean, this is what you have to shoot for at this point, knowing that purloin is gone. Will he do so is the question.
It's still early enough that this sniper generally doesn't feel too pressured to shoot, although with both BB
at this
and
point,
purloin
BB's done, purloin's done. I think Teetery makes a slight mistake by not flirting first, because now here RJW's going to have an extra chance to shoot him when he talks. But
we'll see if he does it.
Yeah, I doubt he will for the flirt.
There it is.
Look at this! Look at this!
Nice
what a
shot.
shot by RJW. So yeah, I think that mistake does come back to bite him a little bit there, because again, I think if he had done that flirt first, he wouldn't have gotten shot for the flirt, and then he could have inspected. He might have gotten shot for the inspect at that point, but I don't think it's likely, given that he wasn't shot for the inspect in the first place.
Yeah, the inspect would have taken place like 20 seconds later, and maybe that would.
Yeah, that could have been very relevant. That's a good point. But man, that's a great shot by RJW either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baby Blue just really hadn't done that much. So first one to visit those statues gets hurt for it.
Yep. Very nice shot by RJW. So 1-1 avoids going into the hole as we go to Crowded Pub 4 of 7. And we will start the replay in 3, 2, 1, go.
Arjuwood is Alice. Chooses not to go for the bug in time of chaos. Just ends up at the bar.
Yep. And we're kind of like third in line for a drink here, which is perfect if you want to delegate early.
This is excellent.
Yeah, if anyone else goes to the bar, we're not the last person to do a delegate before Toby gets to take his break. Oh, we're the second person, even better. Yeah, this is great. If we want to delegate, unless Teetery's paying a lot of attention to that chain, this is going to go just fine for RJW. If he delegates. He doesn't have to. I might even send him right now.
No talker in this conversation for a good 6-7 seconds.
Yeah, and then we bail on it.
See if Teetery notices.
No, I don't think so. Oh, we were going to DA, but now
delegate comes off. No.
Yeah.
I think
RJ
that
also
might have been an
walked
animation break, so that might have been a
RJ
little
also
bit.
walked to the exact location that the DA left, which AI won't do because
That is
they
correct.
pick an empty spot to walk to, and that spot was not empty.
So a couple of mistakes, but maybe Teetery didn't notice, no highlight.
I think Rocker has to be the next person served a drink here because that timer is draining rapidly, but it looks like it should happen now. Yeah, she's going to get the drink. And we're going to cover it with a DA, which I like. Yeah, at the exact same instant as the Purloin comes off, the DA comes off. Very well done there by RJW. Perfect spy play. And, in fact, lowlights, despite the fact that Rocker potentially took the list because of that DA. And I don't think Teetery has noticed the list is gone yet.
Yeah, it's harder to see in that position where Toby has the list.
Yeah,
so
if your
he might just
delegate
not
T
notice
goes over
until
there,
later.
yeah, you're in good shape.
Relatively few people have been to the bar overall,
At
though.
half,
Taft
though.
was one of them who's been low lit. So if Teetery has just like a complete list of everybody who had been to the bar, RJ is still one of maybe 3 or 4 suspects
That's correct.
remaining.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a weird path. It looked like a path to the bar, but then he corrected it at the last second to be a statue path. I don't like Inspect Swap here.
But Teetery just didn't
For
see
once.
it. Just not looking.
Yeah, the door is blocking right now. Looks like RJW is going to get away with it. I think he had plenty of time. I think he should have gone for Flirt, but, just fine.
I mean, Swap is such a rare mission on Pub, and very few people suspect that the spy is going to go for a swap on Pub, especially with like a minute 20 left when usually
Purloin's
swaps
already
happen either
gone, too.
far earlier or far later.
Yeah, you have to relax. You usually relax your vigilance over Swap a little bit if Purloin's gone off. But I don't think Teetery had a really fair chance to see the list go away. Toby just kind of hung out on the left side of the bar the whole time. And
Yeah, when Toby's over there, you have to like zoom in and go all the way on the left side.
Yeah,
you have to
lean
really
a little bit
be looking
off,
for
and
it.
if he starts moving, whatever, to see it through the tree. It's really hard to see over there. So RJW, a little bit of good fortune there for sure, because his delegatee went to the really hard spot to see Purloin, but also did a very good job timing it with the double agents so that to guarantee Teetery wouldn't pay attention. And the swap risk paid off very nicely. So 2-1 RJW, he takes the lead, and it'll be Teetery's turn to spy now on Crowded Pub. He'll be one of the twins. Which one of the twins? He'll be the regular twin. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Probably going to go to the bar right away for a quick delegate.
Time ad. He's a little bit behind a pillar. Not too much, though, but that's a good time to time ad. A lot of people in windows, actually.
Just heads back.
I don't think, technically speaking, that was the correct path, because the path around was available there.
In a sense, it's so obviously incorrect. Who would ever do it?
Yeah.
Right? It's just kind of a trust situation. Like, do you trust your opponent is going to make these kind of mistakes or not?
This is a
If I
great
play a
time
new
to
player.
DA. I think you insta DA here before things get any worse, because this is about as good as DAs get on Crowded Pub. Yeah, already we lost someone from the CC.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe he's trying to wait for Seek to get back, because he does have the inspect, so maybe he's trying to wait for a better time to frame.
That's
a long time before.
That's pretty
little
greedy.
bit.
That's pretty greedy.
Now he starts it,
Yeah.
and it's not bad either.
Yeah, it's a little worse than it would have been had he instant it. Oh, now Alice leaves. Yeah, it's not quite as good as it would have been earlier, but it's still a very good one.
Yeah, and he was lucky that the other SDA was also in conversation, which opens up the number of suspects.
That's correct.
Goes to the timer Flirt down.
Yeah, a lot of options from here. We got 2 minutes. Need one more Flirt. Any combination.
And
goes to
this
the bug.
bug is really
Golden and
good.
glorious. Yep.
Excellent.
Very well executed AMBA entry bug. Looks like we're going to chase a little bit here. No, we're just going to talk with Rocker. No, we're just going to hang it out the window.
He just has to get one more Flirt and an inspect, so this should definitely be a really good spot for Teetery here.
I would maybe go inspect the other statue and just come back and casually do one Flirt and you win. Yeah, it looks like that's his plan.
Looks like we're probably going to get 2 spy wins here from
Yeah,
both
almost certainly.
sides.
It would take a pretty miraculous shot, unless RJ saw the bug somehow or something. I think this one's in the bag for Teetery.
Yeah, and without a Purloin or Swap coming off, it's so rare for spies to finish this early on Crowded Pub. So Sniper's not going to be like ready to shoot at a hair's drop.
Yeah, just really good commitment to mission progress there by Teetery. Plus, some little bit of party good fortune that he took very good advantage of. DA came to us. The ST stood in the conversation for a timer Flirt. Yeah, just easy peasy. And the bug,
Ambassador just snuggled right up.
just sidled right up to us. That's right.
He's also a very good character for that bug.
Indeed.
And no shot.
Yeah, no shot. It all falls
Not
together.
the Courtyard 2 shot that we saw, but Excellent job by Teetery. Played that perfectly.
Yep, very, very good spy game. Hard to say what RJW could have done differently there as sniper other than guard Amba a little more closely, but that's a hard bug to guard. Let's take one more look at it.
Yeah.
Let's take a look from Interactive Sniper Cam. Let's go back about 10 seconds so we can set up nicely for it. So knowing that it's coming, what angle would we want to take? We'd probably want to be about here. And oh man, that's hard to see even when we have the correct angle on it. That was a really good bug.
With the Ambo Lolit, I find it much harder to see those in combo bugs.
Yep.
When it's highlight, I find it a little bit easier. It just looks like it just blends into him. It's just so hard to see.
Yeah, that was
especially since it was right after the talk animation. That looks so tough.
Yeah.
Fantastic bug.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Veranda, where RJW is the spy. I think this is the first time we've seen Veranda in a long time in SCL. So let's get to it. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Bug. Goes for the bug. Gets it.
Pathing was a little weird. Didn't need to be quite that desperate about the pathing, I think, but
I think
chaos.
Time of Chaos is always a good excuse.
Kind of a close location to bookcase.
Yeah, it's a little bit iffy, but it should be okay.
Yeah, I don't think he should take the book out here. I think he should just put it back.
Oh, I would love to see a cheese book. Yeah, he's going to put it back in the flirt.
And yeah, flirt cooldown expired. Get that flirt done early. Maybe get an early fingerprint and start us off on a good way to Veranda.
What's next for Mr. RJW is the question. So, flirt cooldown timer available. We could go just flirt. Yep. Nice 68%. Almost done with that. And 3 more missions to go, basically.
Strange exit from the conversation, turning a 270.
Gonna go to the green bookshelf.
Looks like we are gonna cheese it, maybe.
Yeah, looks like it's a possible chance.
Yeah, Sniper's around right now. Hasn't looked yet.
Does he remember? I don't think he does. Yeah, it doesn't even really see him at the red bookcase, so.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you kind of have to guard the left side a little bit more, but the Ambo was on the right side by statue, so it's much tougher. So now RJ Watt's in a really nice position. He hasn't got the fingerprints, but I feel like
he doesn't need them. Like, all he needs is inspect here. Like, he's gonna go and he's gonna flirt one more time, and he, like, unless Teetery is willing to shoot someone for going to statues 2 times really early, which is unlikely, RJW is gonna have this just fine. In fact, he's going statue to statue.
Well.
Oh no, he's not going statue to statue. What are we doing? Killing time.
We
ST
were predicting
follows
the
us.
AST. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
excellent.
So it's really just inspect and BB.
Yeah, it's just the question will.
I think he should go to statue.
Will the shot for statues happen? I mean, 2 inspects in this game is just like really big sign that the person's the spy, but hard to shoot for it.
I think he gets away with it just cleanly here. I mean, because we've done 2 hardtails that don't leave a trace, and we're still alive. And it would be a silent game. You'd have to shoot for no seen hardtails and no BB for this, and it's just incredibly unlikely.
Yep.
Yeah, he's fine.
That animation, but no, doesn't matter.
Yeah, now you BB and now you win.
Now this is the moment of truth. White test.
Oh, ouch.
Fake.
No, the DA
But
bailed.
stop talks it as well, so.
The DA bailed on us, so that complicates things, but we should still be okay here.
He's still in a fine place.
Yeah, he's got a minute left.
If Teetery's paying a lot of attention and sees the bail, he may be able to see the purple dress tries to chase the same SDA, but that's a tough thing to track on Veranda.
Don't pro in here. Please don't pro in here.
Oh, green pearl.
Why?
Oh, why you risk it so much?
Why, RJW? Just give it banana bread again.
Maybe he was worried about Teetery seeing the stop talk, but it just doesn't seem
Here
likely.
it goes.
Who done it?
It's gone.
Who done it? 6, 5. Where is he? He might get away with it anyway, just because he's hiding. I don't know if Teetery knows who done it.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,
He
man.
caught a huge
Yeah.
break there.
I feel like that was a huge unnecessary risk. Like I think you still win that real easy with the double agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but gets away with it just barely, and escapes with it. I think it also, if you white test that purloin, it's just He's in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
I don't remember Teetery like seeing the list immediately after the purloin though.
He saw it just a moment after. He saw that it vanished. Yeah, he knew for a fact.
Well, like if he had white purloined, I'm not sure that Teetery saw the list like 10 seconds after the green happened.
Yeah, agreed.
That's true. That's true.
So I think either way he would take it, as it turns out.
All right, Teetery will now spy on Veranda. He is Bondo in the front in 3, 2, 1, go. Gonna chase that ST. Looks like.
Yep.
Oh, not there though.
Yeah. Unlucky
Just
spot for the
gonna
ST.
idle for a little bit, wait for his ST to do something. And RJ Wood is marking books, so hard transfer microfilm is probably not going to be a possibility here for Teetery.
It's so tough to keep up the habit of marking books throughout an entire 4-minute game, though.
I find it more efficient just to memorize them.
I mean, that's always what you want to do, but
Yeah.
Opportunity to bug. We'll see if he goes for it. Chooses not
It
to.
would have been a really bad bug. I mean, it would have been a completely flat angle.
ST's still at red,
Yeah, ST
but
just reading
he
the
just
wire.
goes.
He's been here long enough. There's the risk of a bail.
Yeah,
Works
we're
out,
fine.
though.
He's still reading. Yep.
He does get the green seduce, so possibility for a 2-flirt here.
Our book's been lasered over. We're gonna put it back. Yep. Oh, tempting time to bug. Just cheese bug and then 360 out. No, not now. You could double agent and then do the cheese bug. Except we got
Ambassador
forced
walks
out.
away.
Yeah, so
So gets quite a few lowlights here, especially one that was at statues. So nice job by RJ What.
yeah, very efficient low lights. All right.
And now statues. I feel like he should get maybe one fingerprint in before he does this, but I'm not too certain.
Things are getting real. Yeah, I don't know what his plan is, so it's hard to say. But I would agree with you. If he wants to do fingerprint, he probably should have done it before going to statues, unless there was a fingerprint on the statue, of course.
No bug again. Okay, so
Yeah.
probably he's not going to go for a bug this game. He's been given 3 opportunities at decent bugs and just hasn't taken them.
I don't really
So-
like any of the bug opportunities he's had so far. I probably wouldn't have taken any of them.
We'll see. He knows he's highlight now for sure, though,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we'll see what he does.
Or at least he's feeling heat, because like the laser was on him at books and the laser was on him at statues. So
Does hit the white, so we'll need one more flirt from any range, but he's in good shape with that. The question is, he's just not that much.
yeah, what two other
outfinished.
missions? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
He needs
we've got
2
flirt.
hardtails and another statue visit. Maybe
Yeah.
ending with inspect swap works out if he can fit in
Yeah,
a
I
bug
feel
somewhere.
I always default to inspect swap here, but I mean even then we need to bug or something on top of that.
Adds time. White
I
test.
think that's a good choice.
He needs it. Does
Fortunately, it was right
catch it.
before the 2-minute beep goes off after the time ad, so Arjuwat's pretty likely to notice it.
Yeah, we gave him the double beep, bookmarked.
Yeah, I don't think he noticed. He might have noticed that Teetery left relatively quickly, but I'm not
He's
certain.
definitely suspicious. RJW doubled back to make sure he wasn't doing manual microphone.
Yeah, and Teetery put the book back very quickly both times after the laser passed over it, which is pretty common for spies to do.
So fingerprint, which would be the more conservative choice here.
May go for that statue for the last fingerprint.
Yeah. The problem is that, as we noted earlier, he's really suspicious. So he did briefcase. He's going to need to get away with a kind of clean fingerprint here, or I think he's going to die.
I mean, in the right, he goes to the right statue, but
I mean, he can inspect fingerprint and swap all at that same statue, which is really going all in.
He's got to. He needed that seduce in order to do that. I think. We've got 1 minute left now.
now he's gonna go to it.
You could bug on your way in.
I mean, without getting a bug, I don't see how you finish.
Oh, and we're just going to miss the pad.
Laser wasn't
looking-
watching at the time,
Yeah,
so
no,
it
he's
should
fine.
be
He's
fine.
fine. All right, so fingerprint inspect. We can't really inspect. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, okay.
For the fingerprintable statue. So
Yeah, not a single hardtail, still a good shot. Very solid by RJ.
Yeah, RJW come back with vengeance against Teetery. You know, making up for those season 1 losses. Coming out real strong here in season 2. Has Teetery up on the ropes as we go into our final map, which is Gallery. RJ will start a spy, and he is green plaid in 3, 2, 1, Go.
All right.
Oh, sticky pathing there. Nothing too bad. Time of Chaos. Chasing that ST. I want to try a bug here, actually. Yeah, why not?
Goes for it.
Yeah, why not?
Ooh,
that's why not.
I was gonna say that looked a little bit weird with the.
Yeah,
the
I think the
twitch.
problem with that wasn't the bug so much it was the pathing. Let's take a look at it. Like you needed to start that bug a lot earlier. Yeah, and then the hook around was a little weird.
Yeah.
Maybe I think a convo bug would have maybe been a better choice there. But
I don't know. I feel like there's so many good opportunities to bug on this map. I just don't like taking those ones outside. I'd rather just take a really safe bug inside.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the attempt. I don't think it was a bad.
It definitely
attempt.
was not terrible, but
Yep.
gets caught out for it.
All right, so Teetery now with the chance to draw the match as Banana Man here in 3, 2, 1, go. Again, I would love an early bug here. I mean, it's at the flat angle, but it's deep into the gallery room, which often makes bugs a lot harder to see. There was plenty of cover.
Very wide path into the conversation. That's really unlikely to get seen.
Yeah.
And now that Amba is in a really dangerous position, when he moves from this red bookcase, Teeter will have a perfect opportunity to bug. I think he should definitely take it. This is one of the strongest bugs in my opinion. Oh, just completely leaves that. Maybe he's trying to get a flirt in. Yeah, it looks like what he's going to do.
Wants to chain some flirts together.
Yeah, DA was in this conversation, so he may have been going for both, but DA leaves before he gets there.
Still,
Also
perfectly
true.
good close range flirt. I don't know why he's not talking here. I mean, unless you think your opponent's really looking at that front conversation for early talkers, I think he's just fine. Oh, no, it was like, nope, screw that, I'm out of here. That conversation's full.
And leaves. I mean, if he
Yeah.
waits another time, the ST will probably come back and he'll be able to finish off flirts. Ambo once again in a real precarious position. Definitely opportunities to bug on the horizon.
This is a reasonable spot from which to do a manual microfilm. It'd be better if we were a shorter character, but it's a reasonable spot.
Yeah, it's a well-known
Oh,
spot
there goes our
for
cover.
it.
Yeah, nope, never
And he had really good cover for it
Oh,
as
now
he
it's
was
back,
walking
sort
in.
of.
Does break
puts
animation, but probably not
STD
watching
and
that.
CC, probably going for the double.
Yep, high value
Green,
combo.
green it to
Yeah, very good time for
finish.
DB actually.
just whites.
I think
Oh, yeah,
the
this is
DB
an
first
excellent
might be
time.
better.
I mean, he gets one highlight to low light, which is the main strength here, but I mean, still. Now I don't like it.
Yeah, both
Now there's
conversations
a lot.
really emptied out.
This is about an average gallery BB right here.
I mean, earlier there were maybe like 4 or 5 people out. I would have liked to
It's
BB
getting
as soon
better.
as
It's
he
getting
entered.
better. Yeah, convo's filling up. Now it's emptying. Now it's filling up. Now it's emptying.
Yeah, there's always a flow of people in gallery.
And the point is now moot. And again, I feel like we're killing way too much time here. We're down under 1:20, and we have. Oh, that's too late. Yeah, you need to start that a lot earlier.
Is he gonna
Doesn't get
reattempt?
it. It's at a great angle, so the sniper.
Yeah, it was a fantastic angle. It was just a little late.
That's another great angle to bug on this map. He tried the half print earlier, so I don't think he'll go for fingerprint. Maybe he's just not gonna
he's
go for
going
that.
microphone in some
Yeah, he's just gonna
sense.
straight cheese it up.
I think he's marking the book. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. RGW doing a good job staying on top of those books.
ST
The question
leaves.
is, can he if he goes for the cheese here, will he translate the mark into an actual shot?
I mean, I don't think Teetery can finish missions at this point.
Oh, especially not now.
It'll have to be a wrong shot, and I think Perlin will have to happen in order to produce that.
Yeah, DA
And
not
you have
conversation.
to banana bread
Maybe if
and
DA's in
BB
conversation, you DA is flirt and spec swap, but we're out of time for that even.
Yeah, he's just going to play slow now.
He might try to add time, but I think that's suicidal on gallery with 30 seconds left to go.
Goes for it.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
suicide.
white. And that's just a blatant sign.
I like how the
But-
1 minute timer played like right afterwards.
RGW should be. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering why either instant death or low
Like-
lighting all but 3 people wasn't happening at the very least. All right, so RJW takes that set 5-3 with some very convincing play. Very impressive set. Very impressive spy play from both players that time, I think. They really did a good job, both of them did, at taking advantage of opportunities that were given to them, I think. We saw that in those 2 really smooth games that each of them have.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is by far
I
the
feel
biggest
like,
upset in the first week for me. Like,
absolutely.
this is crazy.
Yeah, RJW
Yeah.
taking down Teetery. I don't think anyone expected for sure. So very well played there by RJW.
Yeah. I feel like Teetery maybe slow played a little bit too much. Maybe didn't take those early opportunities to try to get things done, and then got highlight and shot for later on, especially in that veranda game. Well played to both players.
Indeed. All right. Well, I tell someone who's in the lobby how to sign up for SCL, which you can do at the forums at www.spyparty.com. Let's bring up the next set. I still don't see Cameraman, so on we go to KCM versus Bloom, which is our diamond match for the day.
This is going to be a great set. KCM not having the greatest season 1 performance, looking to shake it up and start himself off strong with this season 2. Bloom did excellently and is just continuing his streak.
Yeah, KCM indeed did not have the super best season 1. Did not do very well against anyone who wasn't turnout. And just had a rough season. And I think and Bloom, meanwhile, just really crushed it in Platinum, which is just below Diamond. So I think a lot of people are curious to see how these two are going to match up. And even whether it's against new competition or not, whether KCM will bounce back a little bit from his season 1 performance, because I think everyone thinks he's a bit stronger than he actually showed. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Bloom is Queen here on the ballroom in 3, 2, 1, go.
Now, Bloom certainly likes to slow play, so I would not be surprised if he slow played this match with Seduces and Fingerprints.
KCM is especially a player that you want to slow play.
And with Bloom as Queen, Taft as Ambassador, and onto our ballroom, like, this is one of the best setups for Bug you can get.
Yeah, Queen is probably the second best character to Bug with in the game as well.
KCM will mark books here too, so no hard transfers going to happen here, most likely.
No talker in the convo.
KCM not the best at noticing no talker. He can notice it, but it's not ultra likely.
Just gonna wait out this full flirt cooldown timer. Hopefully the ST does not leave. Just idling around here. A couple people suspicious, but nothing much.
Nah, we're fine.
Yeah, nothing really happening yet. Not really any framing opportunities here. Not yet.
It's a very quiet party.
Yep,
All right.
Good job.
And now this is going to be a half print on this blue book. We'll see if he can green it. That would be if he can get this half print. That would be excellent. And
Boom,
he hits
there it is. Yep.
Excellent job. Going for the half prints is always strong, especially
fast
since
on
they're
the book,
much
but
harder
back
to
there.
track. But
Yeah, getting it as your first print makes second fingerprint like very, very unsuspicious, so it's a very strong start.
Behind the back butt? No. That would have been a little obvious. KCM would have had to be not looking at all.
It's off for the
he
drink.
requested a drink, but not gonna purloin.
Yeah, totally no.
Just takes a drink in full view of the sniper, maybe to lose some heat.
Goes through that CC, but a lot of AI actually do that path to get to that exact same spot.
Yeah,
So I
fingerprint
doubt.
done now after he hits the green on the drink.
Wow,
Yep.
double half.
99%.
That's fine though. Well, actually, it's not fine because we only have 1:15 left.
Yeah, still need 2 more missions.
Well, I don't think he'll time ad. I just don't see it happening. But
Yeah, not
He's
against
successfully
KCM.
gotten to this point without really getting any heat on him, so he needs to make use of it.
yeah, double half prints, but BB seduce.
I think you have to take this DA. Yeah, you go do that. Go back and flirt, and then you just need to do one more thing. Maybe Bug. I don't like going to do inspects now with this amount of time left.
There's the green,
Yeah, I think you run back. You get your flirt. Yeah, here we go.
and then run to center statues.
No, I think that's
Or
death.
purloin.
I think you die if you do center statues. You're likely to die if you do purloin. I think you try to get the best Bug you can get under these circumstances. He's going to go for center statues.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Going for the
I think
force off
KCM is
cells.
extremely likely
I don't know
to shoot
how
him here.
KCM is. was he tracking the half prince though? That's the main question here. And he's like, could he be done?
With White House, there may be a little bit of overtime.
He red tested the inspect.
Oh, that's gonna kill him.
Definitely
That's 2.
overtime.
He's gonna die.
3. That's 3. But
Yeah,
he's
there's
not.
gonna be
He's
4
not
full
watching.
seconds of overtime. I think KCM's got this. If he remembers he was at statues.
Doesn't shoot. Wow.
Wow. I don't think he saw the half prince then. I think he had just assumed he had done contact, seduce, inspect, and just hadn't got the prince. 'Cause there's no way.
Well, remember that KCM's not a camper, so he's not necessarily even looking for prints in the first place. But yeah, I don't think he knew about the fingerprints. I'm just surprised he didn't die for the center statues, really late center statues. Especially the overtime, really late center statues.
Yeah, I mean, the other highlight was Boots, and she hadn't done anything mission-oriented in the past, 15 seconds. So I think Queen is the only highlight that could have finished missions, and not taking the shot is surprising.
I think I take the safety off on Queen, and that they're counting down for the last few seconds.
Also, maybe it might have come as a surprise. He might have thought Bloom was going to just time out and just was really caught off guard. Like, how is he finished?
Yeah, you usually don't want to assume that. You usually want to assume if they're done, who should I have the trigger off for?
That's also true.
All right, KCM will be Irish here in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, Bloom has a very different style of sniping from KCM. KCM is kind of a pure behavioralist, and Bloom is very much an anti-tell, and I guess etiquette sniper is what we're calling it now. So you got to watch your animation breaks. You got to watch when you take sips, things of that nature, very carefully.
They will get you killed if you do not abide by the rules.
There are many rules when you play against Bloom. KCM getting a 1/3 flirt there pretty early. Now Bloom loses a little bit, so I would maybe even Purloin right. I don't know. He's zoomed in right now. He's making sure no Purloin shenanigans.
Just gonna take the drink.
Yep.
It's possible to get a low light by sipping correctly against Bloom, probably too. So
gets low lit.
And talks after the drink take, so that is definitely low light.
Low light.
I sometimes do that.
Yeah, low light is not golden against Bloom, but it's good, of course.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one good sip.
I would have loved to see a bug as text came in.
He does break the sip animation there, but he's low lit, so it's harder to see.
He doesn't know he's low lit.
I mean,
it looks.
He doesn't know he's low lit, but he does know that he's hiding behind a pillar.
Well, yeah, but he just had the laser resting on his head for about 3 seconds there. That's a good bug. That's a fantastic
fake
bug.
BB into bug. Excellent play.
Fake BB into wrong arm bug. That was beautiful.
Very well done.
Yep.
And KCM starting off really good here.
Yeah, very nice spy play.
Probably not going to fingerprint. Probably just going to wait for the DA. Yeah,
he's gonna get the flirt. Yeah, there we go.
Excellent. And we'll continue probably with inspects. It's unfortunate.
It was green too.
Just puts it back. Not gonna draw any more suspicion.
Chases Queen.
Yeah, he's got to do it.
But yeah, he's low lit again, and I think Bloom
Yep.
is watching to see if Wheels will do a wrong read animation.
Yeah, as a result, he completely misses KCM's green Purloin, so that mission free for KCM. Flirt, and what's it going to be other than that? I like the timing on the inspects here. So he'll do that, and he'll do a flirt. I think KCM's got it.
Yeah, no BB will make it hard for KCM for Bloom to shoot. Brings him back up to highlight, mainly because he thought it was soft, and maybe his suspects weren't really doing too much. So nice highlight. But he doesn't know the Purloin. It's Purloin, so rough spot for Bloom here to win.
Yeah, and he hasn't heard a double agent.
Queen bails.
And he leaves again.
All right, well, maybe
So
if KCM
another
chases.
chase could be rough, but... And he's fingerprinting too? ST is not being the kindest soul right now.
It might be a little bit of a blessing in disguise, because now we have to play... Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Alright, so the ST was mean twice, but decided
that
give
she
him
needed to
one
come
little-
back, bring some flowers, apologize for being such a jerk.
And he's
Now
behind
it's
the pillar.
go. Yeah, he's fine. Be a pretty miraculous shot here.
Nice play by KCM. With
Yeah,
no
very,
double agent.
very
Tough,
good spy
tough,
play.
Tough.
Excellent spy play. So Bug was set up perfectly by the fake BB. Purloin was done with full knowledge that the laser was way over there. I mean, he could have been baiting it, but he was zoomed in, as it turned out. Inspect timing was perfect. Seduce completed despite some really bad luck. Very nice spy play from KCM, indeed, and we're tied up 1-1.
Excellent spy play from both players.
Yeah, I agree. I really like that bug. That bug was just perfect. Wrong arm, timed immediately correctly. Angle was great. Everything about it was great. All right, Bloom as Oprah in Crowded Pub 47 in 3, 2, 1, go. We have 2 answers in the chat. Can we get 3? Okay, there we go. I'll count clean. Whoa. That was a little early on the cancel for the statue there. And now 3 answers to this question as well.
Bloom just doing Bloom things. ST came to him, but he had to leave because of idols.
Maybe would have tried to fit into the CC with the double agent in it. It's an interesting spot. We're going to add time.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's just going to idle here for a little while.
Waiting to see where General goes.
General
I would do a statue
statues.
flirt. No statue flirt. Okay. Maybe not against KCM. KCM and Bloom are terrible to do the statue flirt against, actually.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of extra time you need to do the seduce.
You can tell the difference, yep.
Does delegate, so giving himself an opportunity. A little bit late into the round, so maybe he'll have to probably inspect beforehand or afterwards. So potential to get shot here for not really having too many missions done and then being suspected for Pearl.
Whoa, what is this
bad?
Alright. Now would be the time to send Mr. Bondo, Mr. Ryan. There we go, and the stop talk to cover. Not seen. And I'm not sure KCM...
Stop talk delegate are hard to catch.
They are, especially if you're on the other side of the map. And KCM,
I think it was
not
good
a camper
timing
either.
The leaving as well, the animation. So I doubt he thinks Mr. A is a suspect. I'm not certain.
We're about to find out.
And there's the Purloin. It's off.
What say you, KCM?
So getting his low lights.
Yeah, here are the low lights, yep.
The main question is if Bloom is going to be high lit.
No, he got low lit.
Maybe he thinks Bloom would just try to be framed for it, so.
Yep.
There's the BB uttered, and yeah, it's going to shoot.
Yeah, KCM had it on lock, yep. Just the wrong person. So
yeah, I guess he just missed.
Yeah, had no idea. Had no idea. Never saw the Purloin, or the delegate, I should say.
So far the Spies won every time. 2-1 for Bloom right now. KCM up against the ropes as Cowboy.
Yep. In 3, 2, 1, go. Interesting start for KCM. Goes to irrelevant convo, starts talking immediately. That doesn't even lose you any heat because you still look like you're flirting here.
ST had statue, so might just wait for him to come back.